Yeah, okay, thank you. So I'm giving the introduction about Dr. Kadar. Dr. Kadar obtained his PhD from Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, and his research work was on microbial steroids. After his PhD, he went to USA for his postdoctoral research, and he spent about 10 years of research career in the USA. And in the very early days of his research career, he noticed some incidents in the USA. That is, for example, girls of as young as 5 years start menstruating, so he was very upset by these incidents. And after that, he was thinking about the reasons for these kind of things. And then after further contemplation and further observations, he came to a conclusion that the modern food habits, the so-called commercialized food habits, and the consumption of milk from especially from other animals which are ridden with hormones, these are disturbing the hormonal levels in young girls and also leading to the modern lifestyle diseases. So he decided that going back to the basics of food habits is the only way forward. And with a vision in his mind, he came back to India in about 1997, and he researched further what our ancestors ate and why and how they were healthy. So he found out that our ancestors were eating these millet grains predominantly, so therefore they stayed healthy. But unfortunately, that time the millets were almost become extinct. But Dr. Kaudar traveled to remote villages in his hometown and nearby places, and he obtained the grains from very elders in those villages. And he initially started cultivating these grains in his own backyard and in his farm. And Dr. Kaudar also practices homeopathy. So initially he started giving these grains to his patients, and he achieved remarkable results. In fact, to his own surprise, these grains he found not only having properties to negate these modern lifestyle diseases, but they are also having medicinal and therapeutic properties. Then he further made observations for about 10 years, and he documented all the details. And after 10 years of observations and meticulous documentation, he started speaking about the qualities of the Siridhanya in public places, and he was giving talks all over the Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. And now he has brought a revolution, and Dr. Kaudar has a big vision. And actually, I came to know about Dr. Kaudar only 1.5 years ago, and I'm working as a scientist in NHS. So it didn't take much time for me to understand the true science Dr. Kaudar is trying to spread, and he's bringing about the true science and knowledge. So I decided that I should take this role in this part of the world, and I should start creating awareness. So I had a vision, and my vision is simply to replicate Dr. Kaudar's vision in this part of the world. So as a first step, I created a WhatsApp group, and within minutes of creating WhatsApp group, Chanakya sir has joined me, and Chanakya sir has brought entirely new spectrum of knowledge and skills. So we together have started creating awareness in this part of the world, and we have a vision, and we have steps and plans to meet that vision. And Chanakya sir will explain the steps and our vision at the end of this meeting. So please stay tuned till the end of this meeting. And now I will explain the format of this meeting. So this is a continuation from the session on 16th May, where Dr. Kaudar has agreed for a Zoom session. Actually, we planned to bring Dr. Kaudar here. He's supposed to be physically here in the UK on this date, but unfortunately, because of coronavirus situation, things didn't happen. But the technology is helping us. The internet and Zoom sessions are helping us. So as if first attempt, we had a session on 16th May, which was received with a lot of enthusiasm and interest. And by seeing your interest and enthusiasm, then there are so many unanswered questions. So Dr. Kaudar kindly agreed to have this question and answer session. In fact, Dr. Kaudar himself, he proposed to have this question and answer session. So now we received in fact, even better enthusiasm and interesting questions. So the format will be those some people have sent their questions in advance as a part of registration process. So I have collated all those questions and categorized them into different categories. And some of the common questions I will ask on your behalf, and also I'll give opportunities for the participants to ask questions. And the polite and humble request is, please stick to one question only and try to be as simple as possible. And please don't try to jump in when others are speaking, and please be respectful and polite to each other. And you all behaved very well in the last session, and we expect you to maintain the same standards. Okay. And at the end of this meeting, Chanakya sir will make some announcements. So please stay tuned till the end. Okay, so before I start, Dr. Kadir sir, do you like to say anything or should I start with the questions?
I'll just briefly speak for 3-4 minutes so
Okay.
that people have a platform to start with. Basically, the journey began recognizing that there are three major imbalances in the present day modern industrial food culture, which I have explained in detail in my last session. I believe it is available on YouTube. Everyone can go back and see. And the reasons are very simple, that the milk, the rice and wheat, and the medicines that we are using both in pharmaceutical companies, industry, as well as agriculture industry. So these three are the main reasons for the three imbalances. One is milk, which is absolute mayhem, creating the microbial imbalance plus hormonal imbalance. And then rice and wheat creating the glucose imbalance, which is the most crucial one, which is basis for most of the modern day chronic diseases. And then the microbial imbalance because of the pharmaceutical industry, the number of medicines that we are using from the childbirth to the growth stage of the kids, even before 10 years of age, people are being flooded with antibiotics and antiviral drugs, this drug, that drug, all kinds of drugs, which is actually cleaning up our microbial gut microbes completely and causing a hell a lot of imbalance. So if we could correct these three imbalances, that is glucose imbalance caused by the rice, wheat, sugar, these three products, which are absolutely dangerous for our human gut, and then the energy level, that is imbalance of glucose, and then hormone imbalance. Most of the steroid hormones and even protein hormones that we are using in the dairy industry has caused havoc in the hormonal imbalance. So at the biochemical level, the imbalance of hormones, and then the microbes completely wiped out from our intestines and causing all kinds of life to life, that is microbes to our living cells. The balance should be there, which actually accomplishes most of the wonderful biochemical reactions that are needed for our health, that symbiotic living. So these three levels of energy level, chemical level, that is biochemical level, and life form level, all the three imbalances we have created in the last 30-40 years, removing the immunity totally and resulting this COVID-19 condition, and many more pandemics and endemics are waiting for us to be experienced in future if we do not correct our health system. And no machines and no missiles are going to come to rescue, which is very, very obvious now in the present condition, background of coronavirus infections going on all around the world, and people are just staring at without knowing what to do. The whole medical system is completely out of whack, and system is gone completely berserk. No one knows what to do. And the sad story is that human race, despite having alternative systems to deal with this kind of situations, it is sabotaged by this industrial food culture, industrial pharmacy, so that the whole world is not encouraged to even attempt to cure. So though we have a lot of homeopathy, Ayurveda systems, very clearly delineated cure systems, they are not allowed to be practiced. In that regard, we have actually been very clear and announcing the procedures even to the common man. No one need to go anywhere. Just in their houses, they can make their decoctions and start eating the right food. You will be fine. No corona will bother you. No H1N1, no H5N1, no mad cow disease, no MERS, no SARS. Nothing can bother you. So that is the way you need to build up immunity, not go on killing the animals that are vectors. Say bats are vector, snakes are vectors, dogs are cows, pigs, chicken. So go on killing all the animals because you have no immunity. So the basis and the logic and the scientific nature has to be followed from within, not from outside. So these are the few points that all of you remember. All these issues have been touched upon. And the last time I remember, we didn't touch upon the oils. Oils are very crucial for growth of the individual while the baby is growing up. The brain, the nerves, the internal organs, most of them are made of 70% of fat material. So present day industrial food culture, fat in the form of mineral oil producing and selling us is actually causing havoc. Why havoc? It is the main, one of the 30-40% reason is the oils that the world is using, the main cause of cancerous conditions that the human race is facing. The carcinoma of various parts of our body is enormously, alarmingly increasing, and there is no respite. Absolutely no know-how is available till today what to deal with cancer. Though there is $1 trillion industry raked up by the present medical system, which is absolutely having zero effect on the patients, that everybody knows, but no one is willing to talk about. So these are the background situations that you need to remember. It is not just the COVID-19 condition. It is the total misunderstanding of the biological system and completely industrial food culture and pharma companies dictating what is what and what is not, which is absolute mayhem that has created in the human race health systems. And people, instead of talking health, we are all talking about ill health and its management. And this is the sad story of human race. Let's shoot your questions, please. Begin.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, the first question is from Jennifer. She is from New Zealand. And she is asking, in places where only polished or semi-polished millets are available, are they still be better than rice and wheat or any other native grains?
Absolutely. They are certainly, say, 1,000 times better than any of these. Yes, absolutely right. You can use in the absence of unpolished millets, they are better than rice and wheat. Answer is yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. I hope, Jennifer, this answered your question clearly. And
I only hope there is no adulteration of rice rava in the siridhanya. That's all. Polished is okay.
There are some cases of adulteration.
Yes.
Dr. Kader.
Yes.
So we are trying to recognize what kind of brands are into that.
And there is a simple test. You just take the sample, put it on a black surface, and take a wonderful shot with any one of your iPhones, and then just zoom it, and you will see the each and every grain. The transparency will be different. The adulteration. The rice grain is different, and our siridhanya grain will be different.
Right.
So it's a very simple test. Within seconds, you can figure out whether there is adulteration or not. I will send you a picture after the webinar is over. You can see the thing and you can pass it on to all others.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you very much.
Go ahead. Next question.
Yeah. So the next question is from Chetana Joshi, 35 years female. And she is asking, can we consume A2 milk available in the UK, but it isn't the same A2 milk, A2 desi cow milk that is available in India or elsewhere? But she just wants to check whether it is still the better one.
No, there is no better or worse. Milk is milk. No milk should be taken. Period. Milk has hormones. It's only levels are different, whether A1 milk or A2 milk. We don't need milk at all. Any animal milk to the babies is not good, and for you it is still worse, because babies have the capacity till the age of 2 or 3 to digest some part of the milk. Other than that, human body doesn't have that. Only the lactobacillus present in our gut does the transformation, and that's why we are able to survive with all these stupid coffees and teas and all that kind of things. So, and I certainly don't encourage people to take any kind of milk. And if you want milk and milk only, please make with coconut milk, pine nut milk, or if you have the so-called badam or cashew nut, any kind of milk that you want to make, but make it thin and then give to your kids. Make it in your home. Yeah.
So here I would like to add one point. When you say you can have badam milk, people tend to go to supermarket and get the badam milk.
Yeah,
So,
of course, that is rid with chemicals because after 6 months also not even ant touches it. No, I mean organic.
okay, please stress on this point, sir.
Yeah, very, very important. I agree with that. Yeah, organic badam or organic almonds, cashew nuts, pine nuts, all these things are available very easily for people, but they are not intending to go to the kitchen and make milk for themselves.
Yes, sir.
And even finger millet is fantastic source of calcium, a complete absorption, sesame seed milk, coconut milk. In India, we have umpteen number of options. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. So the next question is from Sunita D'Souza from Dubai. And she asked 4 questions, but I can only ask you one question here. She's asking, as an Indian expat living in Dubai, can I eat Indian food and fruits, or do I need to switch to local country foods like hummus, falafel, and dates?
Yeah, you can make their dishes with the right materials. See, that is very good question. But I would certainly encourage you to eat fresh kharjur because you get that very well there. You know, the fruits, the vegetables, freshly available vegetables, local vegetables, you need to switch. But the staple food for the whole human race has to be these millets, because these millets have been grown in the past by everyone and everywhere. So you can make all the dishes of local tasty dishes, their recipes. I have no problem. But the raw material, the staple food material that you need to use it should be millets, millet flour, millet rava, millet things like that. So you make falafel with that atta and you are going to be in trouble. Okay. So fresh vegetables, yes, local vegetables, no problem. Please go ahead and make your own Indian recipes too. There are absolutely no problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. So there is a related question. It is asked by several people actually. And I know this is a very common question for you. As a vegan, how do I get a B12 and D3?
Yeah, that I have actually explained last lecture about microbial balance. It is B12 is not coming from meat. And even if you eat meat, your B12 condition is not going to be completely satisfied, because it is a hell of a lot of job for biochemical process to extract B12 from the meat that you are eating and then supply. But the real vitamin B12 supply with a very good ease in the biochemical process is the microbes that make it for you. So the B12 that is made in, say, you are eating chicken, or you are eating pig, or you are eating cow, that is made by the microbial gut microbes of that animal, and it is supplying it for the need of that particular animal. So we cannot now, which is completely engulfed by the meat product of the other animal, again to absorb it, it is a hell of a lot of trouble for our body. So it is easy for us to harbor the microbes in your intestines and make the microbes work for you. Fresh vitamin B12 as and when you need, as and where it is needed, it is done and sent. So this is the biological process, how it naturally works. So there's a misconception built up by this industrial food culture that you get vitamin B from there. So the supplement business is the worst thing that you can depend on. So please forget about all this education done by this industrial food production. Everything, you are self-sustainable if you follow the natural route. So there is no need to supplement vitamin B12 for you, because all the microbes that we are talking about comes from your prebiotic food, be it vegetables, be it greens, be it fruits, be it grains. And I have clearly delineated a concept called fermented porridge, and that is your source of microbial balance, and that is the source of your vitamin B12. Absolutely. Just by drinking ambali every day, you will be completely satisfied for your vitamin B12. Not only vitamin B12, there are many more chemicals that you can't even think of. People have not even noticed that they are all required, because we have found the wellness returning, and to a great extent, people are so energetic, so lively once they start drinking this ambali for more than 6 to 7 weeks. In fact, we have had cases of the kidney failure, creatinine being 8, 9. Once they started being on this ambali, their energy levels come back. They were not able to put 5 steps. Now they're walking 5 kilometers. That is the kind of wellness we're talking about. And no medicine can give you this kind of amazing, wonderful qualities. And if you're not really sick, you just are having ill health of various kinds and various levels, imagine the benefits that you gain by fulfilling your microbial balance through this kind of wonderful fermented porridge. Has been the food of generations of human race in all parts of the world, for your kind information.
Okay, sir.
Have I answered the question?
Yes,
I think
sir.
I've answered some more also.
I know this question keep coming every time, so it won't be the last time that we will.
I know. No.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Absolutely. No issues. See, we need to keep answering people because they have been brainwashed. So we need to de-brainwash these guys. So
Yes, sir. Yeah, that is more difficult than the brainwashing, actually.
yeah, we need to make these people unlearn because they think they have learned, but the unlearning process has to start. Yeah.
So the next, Mr. Tabriaz Khan, he has a question. I can ask you, but it is better to give some participants also to ask directly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Tabriaz Khan, can you please unmute yourself, or Chanakya Garu, can you please unmute Tabriaz Khan?
Yes. I think he's unmuted himself.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Hi, Dr. Kader. I have a. I think this was asked in the last session.
Can you make yours? No, he's not seen the
come on
question.
your video as well.
Yeah, video.
That's me. So my question is,
yes.
So the millet diet, does it provide all the macronutrients, that is the protein, fat, and carbohydrate that regular nutritionists talk about, and the micronutrients like minerals, all the vitamins, or do we have to take anything else along with it, like vegetables, fruits, dried nuts, and all that?
Absolutely, a very good question. In fact, they are standalone. This is not diet. This is the complete food. This is a complete food. And we have provided the nutritional chart of all the grains that are there. And if you are eating these 5 grains, you get your protein, you get your carbohydrate, you get your fiber, you get all your vitamins, everything, minerals, everything is complete. What I'm trying to communicate to you is that it is good to eat vegetables, greens, all those things, because we need the other kinds of microbes, other kinds of various chemicals that are important to us. So we all need to eat various kinds of vegetables, various kinds of greens, various kinds of fruits, vegetables. All these things are important for complete nutrition. But by itself, imagine you do not have anything else, like this COVID-19 condition comes and you are locked down and you only have millets, 5 millets. You can actually sustain yourself without becoming sick for more than a month or 2, because it is complete food. And especially if you make ambali, that is fermented porridge, and drink once or twice a day, you are good to go. Have I answered your question with all clarity?
Yeah. So is there a limit on how much needs to be consumed?
That is the beauty of millets. They will regulate your food intake. They will do it itself. So you please eat whatever you want. But then after 6 weeks to 9 weeks, because you are used to eating, hogging so much this white rice and other things, because there is no, that grains do not have control, because they cannot interact with the system and then say signals, feedback signals. Whereas in millets, the content of fiber, which is soluble and insoluble, have the signals to regulate the intake also. So that you will figure out once you start eating for 5 to 6 months, you will see, you will get the signal. Enough is enough. So you can eat well, you can be very, very happy with your satiety factor. Everything is answered by this wonderful 5 millets.
Okay, great. Okay. Thank you.
I think I have answered your question a little more than you have asked.
Yeah, quite elaborate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So the next question is from Prabhakar. He is saying that he has got a kid with eczema since from the childhood, and they were using millets as a staple food for the past 2 years. He can say the eczema is under control, but it is not cured completely. So he's asking you a suggestion how to take it forward to get rid of completely.
Yes, eczema is one of these diseases that are associated with hereditary factors, basically. Not many diseases are hereditary as claimed by the present day medical world. Eczema is one of them. So what is the age of the boy?
I think 2 years, sir.
Okay, 2 years is too short a time. So they should actually also use particular
sorry.
decoctions.
Sorry, the boy is 10 years old.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry,
but
sorry.
it's
Correct.
yeah, okay.
Why is
Yeah,
2 years old? They are eating millet for the past 2 years.
For 2 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years is too short a time for a hereditary problem to disappear. If it is under control, they are doing a great job. At the same time, I have provided a PDF in which there is a protocol for skin diseases, which they also need the help of wonderful Ghana oils. They need the bull-driven Ghana oils, especially sesame seed, which eliminates the problem. Along with wonderful decoctions we have mentioned very clearly. I hope the PDF is being circulated among your circles.
Yeah.
And if
Okay,
you
sir.
want, I can actually read through the protocol for just which I have the Namaskar. 1 minute. I'll just get back to you.
Can you please
Yeah,
mute it?
I can show you the book. This is the book. If you get the PDF, Siridhanyalu, it is in English. Can you all see this book?
Yes, sir. I'll distribute that in the group.
Yeah, and then page number 42, protocol 24. Everything is with all minute details laid out. What are the kinds of rice you should eat, how many days you should eat, what are the decoctions you should drink, how much you should drink, how to make, everything is clearly mentioned, and the oils, everything is clearly mentioned. Okay.
Sorry,
Okay,
sir,
madam.
but
Sorry.
we don't get the leaves over here to drink the decoctions.
Yeah, please
in
go
UK.
through and try to get them. Those questions of you not getting there, or you need to work out the details. And but we have been able to cure not only eczema, ichthyosis. I don't know if people are aware of the condition called ichthyosis, which is a very, very difficult skin disease to deal with, and there are no cures absolutely in the medical systems. Even that kind of hard to crack conditions have been completely healed with this particular protocol of skin diseases.
Okay, sir.
Not one case, two case, hundreds of them, hundreds and hundreds.
Hello, sir.
There is a related question about the unavailability of all the leaves in every part of the world. So,
Yes.
So many people are asking me, can they get a dry powder from India and then use them as kashayans?
Yeah, the efficiency dips down drastically to 20% or so. Instead of being 100%, 80% just vanishes off. That is the danger. But maybe, as you asked the first question, the unpolished and polished like that. So it's better than not having anything at all. So you could do that, but certainly you have a better option, because most of the herbs that we have mentioned are actually available. You just need to go to the nurseries and pick the saplings and start growing them in your balconies and apartments. It's very easy. And many cities in India also have the same problem. They say they don't have the saplings and plants. So we have been actually encouraging many of these city dwellers to start growing these saplings in their apartments, and people are doing it very well. And let me just again go back to the same thing. Aloe vera. Aloe vera is a plant which you can grow in your apartment. Yeah, everywhere you will get. And the Bermuda grass is very easy to grow anywhere, any part of the world. You just have to go and pick up the seeds of the grass in the nursery. There are a lot of nurseries in England. And basil, holy basil is available everywhere. If not holy basil, any basil tree, basil plant in, I'm sure basil plants are there, because lot of spices are made. Yeah. So
Hello.
We'll
all
have to
these
wait.
are available.
Can
All
you,
these are
Hello?
available.
so can I request you all, please unmute yourself and we will give you the opportunity. I know so many people are raising the hands,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
please only one person speak at a time. Let Dr. Kaudar speak and he says.
Yeah, the answer is given. So you have to give an extra time and extra effort to get to these kashayams, because it is not the culture of present day. So they have been disappearing step by step. So it's our job to bring them back to life of these different sapling and different plantlings. We need to start the culture of growing these wonderful things back into our lives. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, very much. So next, Mr.
Hello.
Ramesh has got a
Hello.
question. Ramesh, can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hello.
Ramesh,
Yes.
go ahead, Ramesh.
I can hear you.
Hello.
Namaste, sir. Kadar
Sir.
garu.
Yes.
My question is regarding the people who are having the stunts to due to the blocks that they have in the arteries, and the
Yes.
people who has had their stunts and they are putting on medication for 1 year, and after that they are moving to only aspirin. For those who has had these stunts and who are on the medication, and what exactly they need to follow in terms of
Very simple. The same book. There is a protocol. I will again get you to the page number and the protocol number also. Heart problems. Very simple, and there are very 3 juices that you need to drink. People with heart blocks, people with 3 stents, all the different kinds of situations we have dealt with, and all are doing fine. People who are not able to walk 1 kilometer and grasping for breath, all such people are now in Mysore climbing Chamundi Hills. You know, Chamundi Hills, 1,000 steps, very difficult to climb. They're happily going up and down on a regular basis, weekly, once or twice, without feeling any discomfort. That is the kind of wellness that we are trying to impart. And if you follow that protocol, I'm sure everyone will fall in line in a matter of 9 weeks to 6 months maximum, depending upon each person's individual specific. Some people have been able to do in 9 weeks. Some people took 6 months. Some people have taken 1 year. But everyone has done it without an exception. So very simple. I will let you know the page number and heart problem. Heart. 16. Page number 41. Protocol 16. Okay. The same book.
Yeah.
It is available. PDF is available. Okay.
Yeah.
41 page. Protocol number 16.
Yeah, one more quick question. Once we finish the 9 weeks of cycle, so how frequently we need to, is it going to be every year or every 6 months, or we need to continue that juices?
That juices 9 weeks afterwards. If you are not completely all right, you can start doing it 2 days a week, each vegetable juice. And then slowly you can wean yourself off in a matter of another 9 weeks.
Okay. Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
Very much. Sir, another frequently asked question. There is actually total misconception and rumor spread by some people about this. The millets linking to thyroid. And
That's a bogus thing. Anyway, it so happens one of your British fellows only, I believe, went to some African country, and then there he saw some 20 or 30 women having goiter, and then he asked them, what do you eat? And they said some phony millet. So he simply wrote an article, and the medical world wants to carry on this rampage of saying all the local foods are very dangerous like that. So they carried an article. I think it appeared somewhere in the range of 94 or 95 in one of your medical journals. And then since then, everyone, millets, goitrogenous. In fact, we have cured all goiter, thyroid issues, and all related endocrine problems with these 5 grains wonderfully. Absolutely no problems at all. So this is the story about your so-called goitrogenous millets being. And see, these ladies were not only eating millet, they were eating meat, they were eating various other kinds of things. And most of the African people have the habit of taking some drugs or alcohol, all these other things. And it's simply, it's just a derogatory paper trying to attach the bad propaganda for local food cultures. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So thank you very much. So next, Mr. Ankesh Ranjan Paul has a question. He has raised his hands. Can you please unmute yourself and then ask the question, Mr. Ankesh Ranjan?
Am I seen and am I heard properly by
Yes,
one
sir.
and all?
Yes, we can see you and
Yeah,
hear you
good.
clearly, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's
Sir?
raised.
Oh, hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Ankesh Ranjan Paul, can
Yeah,
you
go
please
ahead,
ask the
sir.
question directly?
Yeah, sir. My question is systemic sclerosis, psoriasis, and cervical myelopathy. What will be the protocol for this? Because
Same.
actually, I have a patient.
Yeah, I have exactly told you just 2 questions before. Page
Yeah.
number 42 and protocol
24.
24. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So Ankesh, can you please refer to
Yeah,
the
yes.
and
Sir,
if you have further questions,
cervical myelopathy can be treated by Sridhar Nalu.
Absolutely.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Actually, one of my patient, he is taking foxtail millet and another 4 millets he is taking, and he
Yes,
is
sir.
far better from last
Yes.
3 months taking, and he is much better now, sir.
Many
Okay.
of the skin problems require little more time. Like, no, I can actually cure cancer faster than skin problems.
Actually, sir, my father has a cancer in a tongue. Actually, he has a tongue cancer, and he is taking from last 1.5 year. He is taking millets, and he is
Yes.
absolutely fine. And I have not
Abs-
given him. I have not given him any radiotherapy and all these things, chemotherapy and
Sir,
radiotherapy. I have not-
radiotherapy, chemotherapy is a bogus therapy. They're all just
Exactly, sir.
$1
Exactly.
business.
Yeah.
Nothing
That I
else.
know. I have heard from
Yeah.
your YouTube.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you please send us a personal message in the group. Then we will get the detailed answer. Okay. So the next question is missed by Raghuram. Actually, this is a bit long question. So what we decided is we will send you this question to you as a personal message, and then we will post this message in the group so that everybody.
No. Please do not post me long procedure. I have no time to read and answer. Just
Okay.
I have given you this time. You just use shorten the question. Ask the question in a short time.
I'll shorten the question. So his question is male baby has got varicouteral reflex. Currently, he is 1.5 year old, and he has been told by the doctors that he has to be on antibiotics for until 3 years of age to prevent infections. But however, due to the reflex, there was scars on the kidney, and doctors are anticipating that it might lead to high blood pressure when he reaches adulthood. So because
Sir, I cutting short your question. The simple answer is just follow the Ambali for 6 months. The boy will be completely all right. All the questions that you are going to ask in the series are going to be completely fine. Just follow instead of looking at anywhere and everywhere, and don't have any doubts. Follow the protocol for dialysis in the book. Just follow that. You will be fine. I'll tell you the page number and protocol number. We have had this kind of situations. Many, not 1, 2. See page number 40, protocol number 1.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
So
Next.
again, another frequently asked question. It is more important because more and more people are.
Actually, in your last question, there is no question. They have been telling what the other doctors have told, and so they have been scared. That's it. Question was very simple. Yeah,
because I want to put this in Mr. Raghuram perspective also, so that they will be satisfied.
I understand. I know because I have met a lot of such situations.
Yeah. Okay, sir. So the next question is about autism and ADHD. I know you spoke extensively in the last meeting.
Yeah, last session I have spoken.
Yeah, and also please reiterate that. And there is one specific question here. They're saying their son is 5 years old and they have been following gluten-free diet using the millet, palm jaggery, and sesame seed oil. And now they're asking, can you please suggest about how to proceed further for improvements? can you suggest any medication for this AHD or ADHD? And also,
Yeah, there are wonderful medicines in homeopathic alternative system, but then I cannot suggest the medicines without meeting the baby and taking the case, which is a regular homeopathic practice. We need to follow the basic principles of case taking and studying and coming to arriving at a particular medication. It is not like generally I can suggest the food system changes, but I can now tell you they have a protocol which is very clear. I don't think they're following the protocol clearly. And page number 44, differently abled children, 34 protocol number.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Okay.
And one correction, when the
Yeah.
this book was made, we were still not able to manage the Niger seed oil.
Mhm.
In fact, Niger seed oil is the main medicine for the autistic, differently abled, and mentally retarded kids. So I would like you to add in this PDF Niger seed oil protocol.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
This bull-driven Niger seed oils, and which I have. We have made a particular video, which I will be sending it to you in a matter of 5 or 6 days.
Okay.
My daughter has, me and my daughter in conversation, we have clarified a lot of the issues about the oils. So I will be sending you that video soon in a matter of 4 to 5 days. Please circulate to all of your group members.
Okay, sir.
But for time being, the answer is page number 44 and protocol number 34.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. So this is again an eczema related question. Is eczema caused by microbial imbalance in the system? And her daughter was born with cesarean section, and she has observed many cesarean section babies have eczema problems. She's asking for solution for this.
Absolutely. Whether it is caused because of hereditary problems or the artificial, and she is 100% right on the dot. The cause is because of microbial imbalance. So if you replenish the microbes in the gut, many issues will be completely eliminated. We have had wonderful results. In fact, that is our first standard question when a baby comes. Is it a cesarean or normal birth? Once the cesarean, the system is different. So we concentrate on ambali, fermented porridge, and different kinds of vegetables that increase that prebiotic food and probiotic food. So we try to help the mothers make different kinds of curds with sesame seed milk, groundnut milk, coconut milk, like that, to completely replenish the intestinal microbial flora. And then the kids start becoming so good. It's actually many people in India, they call me a magic doctor. They call me magic. What do you, sir? What do you do? Magic. People with very bad mood swings, kids throwing tantrums, biting the parents, and all such kids get settled in a matter of 6 weeks, which they would have tried from NIMHANS, this medicine, that medicine, all kinds of depressants, so many bad medications by this allopathic system. So wonderful things happen, magic happens. I don't like the word magic because we have been able to repeat thousands of cases. So when you repeat things thousands, it is science, not magic.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you very much. So the next is Praveen Kumar has raised his hand. Praveen Kumar, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you switch on your camera so your father can see?
Sorry, but my
It's
video
okay.
is
No problem. No
Yeah,
problem.
no worries.
and moreover, Namaste, sir. My
Namaste.
question to you is like, I have been diagnosed with HIV.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, actually nothing to worry. HIV, corona, H1N1, all these viral infections can be easily dealt with. I will, we have had many cases. In fact, even today I had a mother, HIV positive, came back to me 6 months later bringing her 2 kids. Now they're also positive, and she's almost on the bed, not able to move herself. Now she's working without any problem. So I will let you know the protocol. And many versions of this book is there, page number 43 and 29 protocol.
Sir, one more thing is like I've seen the books and it has mentioned the oils. Some books have oils mentioned and some books have
Yes.
dates and
Yeah, with oils
this
mentioned. Yeah, date palm leaves. If see different places, some people don't get silver date palm leaves. You can have kharjur palm leaves. You can have like that. It is mentioned, but certainly that date palm leaves are very important in the HIV infections.
So can I get cured completely, or do I need to take
Absolutely, a
antiretroviral?
lot of people are doing very well. See, I actually do not say you're cured completely, but you can do well, because see, these tests, what they're doing, the tests, whether it is positive, negative, many of the tests are not a proof by themselves. They are not foolproof. There are many positive and false positives, negative, false negatives. All these issues are there. But what actually we are trying to tell you is that with HIV infections, and people are slowly and steadily losing their health and not able to perform the regular functions of their daily lives, can be brought back with complete vigor and energy. So that is the way we look at it, because I personally don't believe these tests. These tests are not that important. These diagnostic labs making a mess of themselves and all other lives. Yeah.
So can I stop taking the antiretroviral and
yeah,
go
after
for
following it for 6 months, I always tell everyone, don't stop the medicines immediately. As you start picking up your health and wean the medicine, step by step, it may be 6 months or 1 year, doesn't matter. See, when you have to take lifelong medication, when you can remove it in a matter of a year or 2, that's the best way to go. It is a systematic way of doing things. So don't stop immediately. Step by step, slowly and steadily, wean yourself from all these medications.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
So the next is Mr. Vijay Krishna. He wants to ask you a question directly. Vijay Krishna, can you please unmute yourself and ask the question?
Namaste, doctor.
Namaste. Can you all tell me where are you asking the question from? Which place you are in?
Okay.
That I would love to know.
Okay, doctor, I am right now in Germany. I met you like 2-3 months ago in your home for my mother.
Before the corona.
Yeah, before the corona.
Go ahead. Yeah, I remember
this
your
question I am asking on behalf of my friend. The person has HSV1 herpes simplex and wants to get completely cured, like the virus.
No, herpes is a very, very easy problem to deal with, especially in homeopathy. Wonderful medicines are there.
Okay.
Of course, you could follow the protocol for ESR. There is a protocol here. I will tell you ESR, or even there are a lot of protocols which you can follow and get rid of this stupid thing. Yeah, I will tell you.
Sir, we will follow those protocols. We want to save your time here.
Yeah, ESR. ESR is the protocol. Just check that and you can follow that. You will get rid of that. And page 42 and 23.
Okay, noted down, sir.
Absolutely, no problem. And homeopathy medicines, in a matter of 6 weeks, you can be very well taken care of.
Okay. Can the virus be completely removed out of the body, sir?
Absolutely. Once you restore the glucose balance, hormone balance, and microbial balance, everything will be perfect.
Oh. Thank you,
doctor. Yeah, you always remember, whatever question you are asking, have I corrected my glucose balance, hormone balance, microbial balance? And I'm talking about this particular 3 aspects for each and every one. That means each and every doctor on this planet should start asking this question. Has my patient got the balances of these 3? Only then whatever disease can be cured. If not, nothing will happen. It's only a matter of taking medicines, managing it, again getting back into a different disease. All these things are going to be in a cyclic form. That's why I keep telling in all my lectures, if your food is right, no medicine is needed. If your food is wrong, no medicine works.
Okay, thanks a lot, doctor.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So the next question is from Naveen Kumar. I think he is based here in the UK. I'm not sure. He hasn't mentioned
Yes,
that.
okay.
He's asking, what are the herbal drinks that a pregnant woman can drink or should drink?
Absolutely. We have a protocol there. Just follow the protocol, pregnant woman.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
And a little millet, even though, see, whenever we call decoctions, it's always followed with this food. So it's very important that you follow the Siridhanya also.
So when you say about the decoctions, I have a specific question because I keep getting
Yes.
asked question. How important is the cycle of the decoctions? Is it be the one after the other, the particular cycle, or can it be a random depending on availability, as long as they are sticking to all the decoctions, but not in a particular order?
Yeah, order is not that important, but then you have to become orderly if you have got the 4 of them. Whichever way you start with, you have to follow. I mean, you will fall in an order after some time. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The
also,
order is not particularly important.
Yeah. Thank you,
But
sir.
only with the immunity decoctions, that order is particularly very important.
Yes,
That
sir.
7 leaves, Saptapatra Kashaya, that is very important.
Okay, sir. So another related question, say out of 5 leaves, if only 3 are available, can they still maintain with the 3 circles?
Absolutely. That's why we have given you 5, 6, some places 7 leaves. So that is the idea. Whatever, you start with minimum 3 you need. You start. Go ahead. And then try to make attempts and your efforts to get the other leaves into your life. Yeah.
Okay. So how many times in a day we need to take the decoctions, and how important
the required healing effect happens once you take it in the first empty stomach. After that, no problem at all. You can take 3 to 4 times a day. Whenever you feel like having it, you can have it. Even after dinner, you can have. But every decoction has healing effect if you take it before dinner, before lunch, before breakfast.
Yeah. Yes,
But then we are all used to having coffee, tea after breakfast. It's all topsy-turvy world.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. So the next question, this is also a common question asked by many people, that is about start a Siridhanya for kids. Some people ask how safe it is and what is the correct age to start, and with what type of millet they should start, in what form they should start.
9 months on the breast, 9 months in the tummy. That is the rule. So you start weaning your baby after 9 months. And if the mother is eating pearl millet and little millet and kodo millet, she will have no problems for the baby to be fed with enough milk even for another 6 months. You understand this point very clearly. So you don't need to wean the baby. If the baby is happy drinking mother's milk and not wanting to do anything else for eating, you can continue to feed the baby for till 1.5 years. And that baby will be the happiest and healthiest kid in his whole life, actually, if you can do that. But then 9 months is good enough. You will have reasonably very well taken care of things. First millet you want to start, as I always tell, is the hormonal balance is very important, because we are screwing up. The parents themselves have eaten wrong things when the baby is conceived and all those things. So little millet is the first millet you want to start. Make semi-solid porridge-like thing and start feeding the baby with Niger seed oil is very, very good for the babies, and coconut oil little bit. If you do not get the A2 ghee, ghee is good, you can use, which I have explained in my earlier session. So, and you can feed all kinds of local vegetables and greens along with first 3 weeks little millet, next 3 weeks kodo millet, next 3 weeks, like this, all the 5 millets you finish. After that, you can make it once a week rotation. Then you can make 2 days like regularly elders eat by that. Okay. And they're completely safe. completely safe for all the kids, and I would like you to soak it well, especially brown top millet. You want to soak for 12 hours, remaining 6 to 8 hours.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. So the next question is from Varsha Lata. I think she's from Delhi, and she has developed hypothyroidism and lymphadenema following a cancer therapy or the cancer surgery. So she's asking a solution for that.
Yeah, there is a protocol for thyroid cancer. She just has to follow that.
No, sir. She developed hypothyroidism as a result of cancer elsewhere because of the surgery of the cancer.
Yeah, lymphadenema. So the cancer protocol for thyroid will work for her.
Will work. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
No,
So
there is a protocol. Cancer protocols are in a separate list. There are different table. Please follow.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So the next question is from Rajiv Mitri. He's from Wales in UK itself, and he's 46-year-old, and he is recovering from COVID infection. He's been in ITU, and he is doing regular yoga and breathing, and he has no other medical history. He would like to know the protocol for losing weight, and he has got limited knowledge about millets.
I just now, actually, yesterday or so, I passed on to you the 3 different decoctions that are meant for COVID-19 condition.
Okay.
So it's
we'll share that with Dr.
Yeah, Artemisia vulgaris and Gillae leaves and Nyctanthus. So I have given the protocol exactly what to do. All over the world, these 3 leaves are actually available. Even in England, that is available. Artemisia is available, Gillae is available. And of course, Nyctanthus is one thing which is not particularly available, but even these 2 decoctions will do the trick. So that he should immediately start. And of course, millets are wonderful base food for everyone. And for the COVID condition, we have specifically mentioned 3 millets in that protocol. So let him be on that particular protocol for a matter of 3 months, and he will be much better.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. So now there is a 28-year-old woman. She is not yet married, and she is 5 foot 1 inch height. And she's asking, she's underweight now. She's only weighing 40 kilos. She would like to increase her weight.
Yeah, there is a protocol for increasing weight in the protocol list.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
Is it applicable for everybody, sir, or specifically for this?
No. For anyone who has been losing weight, who has lost weight because of diseases, because of various conditions, and there are some people who cannot gain weight, though they are all right. Even such people have gained weight. The important thing is the Ghana oils. For these people who are losing weight, they need to drink 3 to 4 spoons of Ghana oils on alternate weeks, and then use wonderful grains, these 5 grains, along with moong dal, tur dal, peas, this little proteinaceous dicotyledon food, which is explained in the...
Okay, sir. So about the Ghana oils availability is not here at present.
Yeah, that we need to do something.
Yeah.
And
will speak about it at the end of the meeting. So all of you please stay tuned with it. The next question, sir, Sukumar would like to ask you a question. Sukumar, can you please unmute yourself and then ask the question?
Sure, thank you. Hi, doctor. Nice talking to you. I'm from US, and I have a 2.5 years kid, female kid, and she doesn't have age-appropriate vocabulary, and she's not talking, and she has blabbering, but it is not that clear.
Where are you?
I'm from US, New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay. No, because in Houston, there is a place, they have all these oils, Niger seed oil and all that. So if you can manage to get them, there is I have already mentioned the protocol. You just follow the protocol for differently abled kids.
Oh, okay.
That would set her right in a matter of a year or 2.
And about kashayam, sir, we can give any kashayams to her?
Absolutely. It is there. Okay. List is there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Very good.
So there is a related...
But New Jersey, I'm sure there are a lot of, nurseries. And most of the kashayams, decoctions I have mentioned are available there. Because I was there I was in Cleveland, and I went and visited many of the nurseries, and almost all the saplings are available. I have seen
Okay.
personally.
Okay. I mean, let me.
So
let
just
me-
start visiting the nurseries, and then do some work. You will get. I'm sure you are getting. Actually, America, it is not that bad. Actually, a lot of things are available. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir.
It
Thank
is
you.
just that people are not aware of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't
Because
know that.
you're all drinking Pepsi, Coke, and coffee, tea, and beer and wine.
Yeah. Right. Thank you, sir.
That's the sad story. Yeah.
So thank you, sir. So there is a related question about the oils, and I never heard this question. It's interesting. So can we purify the oils in the same way we purify water using the copper plate?
No, it doesn't work because the electrons are not available for like water. Water, it is a different structure. So the bandwidth of the copper d electrons is absolutely different compared to what the in oil there are no such, though it is polar, but water structure is different. So it's specifically the copper plate purification method is specifically for water, and thank God we have it. Yeah. Now you cannot purify the oils with copper plate, and don't do that. Don't touch the oils with copper plate. Don't store the oil in copper vessels. That's not the right thing to do. Store your vessel. It should be either completely pure steel or porcelain or glass. These three, or actually wooden barrels like we used to have before. Okay. So these are the 4 kinds of vessels that you want to store your oils in.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So the next question, Manjunath would like to ask about his kid. Actually, I sent us a video, but we could not forward it to you. But he would like to speak to you directly, sir. Mr. Manjunath, can you please unmute yourself? Can you please unmute Manjunath, please?
Yes, I am trying. I think he needs to do that from his end.
All right, yeah.
Manjunath will try again. Let's move on. When he comes back, he can raise his hand.
Okay, sir, yeah.
Yeah, can we start closing down another 10-15 minutes? I need to
yes,
start.
sir.
Yeah.
So one important question we will probably end with.
Yeah, that's what I would like you to do. Take the important general questions.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So
because you are repeating already. Differently abled, I have already got 6-7 questions. So.
Yes, sir. So this question will inevitably appear, sir, because it's so common in these days. So we will keep asking.
Yeah, the autism, actually it is a self inflicted problem, because of our food. The kids are being fed wrong things and they are becoming like that. And another important reason, people may not agree with me, is the vaccinations that are causing this trouble.
Yeah, then my next question is very much related to that. So now people are asking how to detoxify the kids from these vaccines, the vaccines, so that they can have better life.
And that's the reason why we have come up with this 7 leaves decoctions, which will make their immunity levels very strong, and there is no point in their life they can compromise the immunity. And once in 2 years or so, if they keep repeating these decoctions, there will be absolutely no need of any vaccines for anyone, for that matter.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So one last question is interesting question. I don't know why they're asking. They're asking, does Dr. Kader and Dr. Sarala consume curd daily? Can you please confirm?
Not daily, but we are very funny fellows. We want to keep experimenting. We make different kinds of things. So we actually don't repeat things. We are diversified. So if I eat curds today with groundnut milk, tomorrow sesame seed milk, day after tomorrow coconut milk, and then the regular A2 milk curds also come into picture. But we do make curd regularly, and yeah. Either me wanting to eat that or my wife wanting to eat that, or and we are very free. I mean, no one is forced to eat the same thing. Whatever you want, you can eat. So we are very, and the same thing Sarla does. We have gone without curds for 3 to 5 days. That also exists. So nothing is strict here. We are very flexible, but we want to eat diversified foods in every department. Be it oils, be it vegetables, be it grains, all these things. Yeah. And diversified food practices is the key to your health.
Okay, sir.
So I like coffee, go on drinking coffee. I like kodo millet, go on eating kodo millet. That's not right. You need to keep rotating, changing. That's why we give options of even decoctions. In fact, I have noticed many of my patients fall trap to repetition. See, I suggest them 7 kashayams. They like 1 or 2 and then slowly fall into this bad habit of drinking only those 2. And then they say they're drinking all the kashayams. I mean, this by habit, human being wants a repetition and fall into a groove, make a habit of things. That's not right thing to have. And that is actually disease, sickness, and addiction. Addictions. Yeah, that's how we are addicted to rice. You go to North fellows, they want only chapati, all the time chapati. I mean, that's even the kinds of recipes we use actually are different things. So we are always experimenting. We are pounding, we are checking, we are grinding. We use all our physical strength and try to make our food items regularly. And my daughter is much more, what do I call?
Experimenting.
No, freewheeling. I mean, she starts looking at recipes from Ethiopia, Mexico, and then tries to adapt and make different kinds of things. Yeah. So we are always changing, experimenting, flexible. And my wife keeps telling, you are now 62, you still want to experiment. Yes. That's life. We don't want to do things repeatedly. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you very
But
much.
all said and done, we do fall into a trap of routine. That is always there. But nothing wrong. But you need to be conscious and break that routine.
Thank you, sir. So there's so many people still raising hands and want to ask questions,
Yeah.
but I think you are.
Yeah, I need to make myself to go to sleep by 10.
Now probably we will have a continuation session of question and answer.
Absolutely, no problem. Again, conveniently, we'll fix another date
Yes,
and
sir,
then we'll go ahead.
Yeah. And so before we finish, Chanakya sir would like to wind up the things and he would like to mention something. Chanakya sir, can you please speak?
Sure.
Have you recorded this session?
Yes, sir,
It's recorded. Yeah.
And we will be
Put it
posting this everywhere and we'll make it
YouTube link you, please. Yeah.
Sure,
Go ahead. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Kadarwali Garu, this is a great session, and I know we can't cover all the questions that were sent to us and everyone that raised their hand. Sorry, but we will try to bring you back for the next session.
No,
as soon
take
as
the
possible.
questions who have raised, and then next session you start with them.
Yes, please. Can you post all those questions back to us? So we will try and raise it in the next session as a priority. And again, we thank you for all the time you're spending with us and giving your vital
No, it's my
information.
pleasure, because I would love to be of help to anyone and everywhere. And the technology we have, and I mean, sparing an hour or 1.5 hours is quite okay with me.
Yeah. And now, as you said, because of technology, we are able to reach out, and also there's a lot of interest. And our main problem here is the genuine availability of millets.
Yeah, I
in
think
UK.
we need to work out the details, and we have the materials ready. It is just the transportation, and because of COVID-19 background, things are made a little more difficult.
Yeah.
And I hope in coming 2-3 months, everything should start working out. Yeah, we'll be at it.
Actually, as we discussed, you were supposed to be here in UK today, touring UK and giving speeches in various places. But again, that plan is moved to the end of the year, hopefully with the COVID situation improving.
Yeah, you actually, your organizers work at the details, and if December is okay, or November is okay, or January is okay, whatever, you come out with the probable dates. And I would like to fix first yours, because there are already a lot of requests are pouring in.
Thank you for that, sir.
Yeah. So you take a week or 10 days time and come up with your probable dates.
Probable dates. Yes, I'll do that. Okay. And also, I'm working closely with your son-in-law Kushal for the millets. And as for it'll be interesting for all the ladies in the session today. We are trying to organize a speech with Dr. Sarala, who is daughter of Dr. Kadarwali Garu, especially focusing on women health and well-being and wellness in the next couple of weeks. So we'll keep you informed. And again, millets we are trying to procure through Kushalji, and as soon as
and
possible.
Oils also
Oils
we
as well,
have.
yes.
Oils are very important,
Yeah.
especially autistic kids, nervous disorders,
Yeah.
Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all these issues. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully we
and
should.
most of the important thing, even if your kids are not autistic, I have seen. Don't mistake me for making this comment. I have seen that's because of my experience. I have traveled in US. Many kids are actually not in talking moods. With their mood swings are there. They're throwing tantrums and almost across the. They're very intelligent. All things are fine, but then their mood swings are not all right. So even that can be addressed with this wonderful natural oils.
Yes,
People
sir.
become very calm and pleasant and things like that.
Yeah, hopefully in the next few months with logistics
Of course,
opening
it's
up,
the case with many adults also.
yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, we should be able to bring very authentic millets sourced through you to Western world, including countries like
not me.
Europe.
Actually, I have dissociated from all the businesses.
Yes.
Your help, not through you, but with your help.
Yeah, I understand. No, but I do. I only have set up all these things, and I'm glad my son-in-law has left all things that he was working as an engineer, and he wanted to be involved in this stuff so that the farmers and sustainable procedures can be invented and then passed on to many farmers. He's working in that direction, so I'm so happy about it.
We had a very constructive discussion last week about that to see how we can create a channel which will support and sustain the farmers and encourage them to grow more when they have a definite visibility of their produce being sold out and they're having a cash. So we're pretty much looking at millets as a cash crop. Hopefully that future will come very soon. And as well.
No, actually, the idea is, our objective is to educate people in England to grow their own millets and the procedures, because I don't like, my vision is not to transport things. No, you need to produce things there and then eat, and your local needs have to be satisfied. If extra is there, transport to the next place. So that is my larger vision. We are working towards that.
Yes, we are hoping to grow. So we are actually thinking of doing some experimental crops with a friend of ours who has some land, and also we are hoping to set up oil extraction the traditional way that you do in the Shire.
Yeah, we will try to help you with all the details there.
Sure.
No,
so we're working with Kushalji very closely, and hopefully
we'll give you the seeds. We'll give you the know-how. We will do.
Yeah. So
thank you so much. Thank you all, guys.
Thanks for everything.
I love you all.
Thank you. We love you too.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice evening, all of you, and thanks for attending the meeting.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
So, can we disconnect all participants now?